You know, Jungkook, I have grown up lonely. This is the family I always wanted. I'm happy doing all this. Mom doesn't ask me for help. That doesn't mean she never needed. If somebody wants my help, I cannot deny it. They said, I don't want to understand. Jungkook lowered his head and pressed his head against their abdomen. He groaned. They enveloped his neck in his both hands. They thought for a moment and then having a sign. Okay, I accept it. It's my fault. I didn't ignore you purposely, but yet I should have kept that balance. Yeah, by the sea, something is not damaged that it cannot be repaired. They said, let's go out. He said quickly and he backed off and looked up again. I won't take that much time. We will come back soon so you can continue whatever you want to do. Okay, they smile. If that's what makes you happy, Mr. Grumpy, he shook his head and smiled at they. But have breakfast first. They said, no, I'll grab something outside. He picked up Aien, then went downstairs together. Can you inform Mom? We will wait for you here, he said, and he nodded and went away. Aien, we are going out. Wait a bit for Yoma, he said happily. See, he is back. He smiled at they, and they was going toward Jungkook. They, Jim come in between. Thank God I found you here. I want your opinion. Please, come with me. I'm getting. Jin grabbed their hand. They looked at him, and then Jungkook in the background. The smile on his face was slowly disappeared. Can you please help me now? I don't have much time. They pleaded. Taehyung guy, come they. Jin pulled him. They turned his head toward, and his eyes met his. A wave of hurt passed through his feature. He turned around and left the house with Aien. They dialed Jungkook's number, but he didn't attend. They dialed again and again, but still didn't get any response. Jimin was observing her. They, what have I done? They murmured and rubbed his forehead. This stalling won't resolve your problem. Jimin started. What happened, they? They turned his head toward Jimin and shook his head. It's nothing. It's nothing. Huh? Are you for real? Jimin was unconvinced. Just look at your face. Tell me what's the problem. Jungkook is mad at me, they said. Jimin gave him a look that clearly told him to continue. They fetched a deep breath and told them whatever happened in the morning. They, why are you such an idiot? Jimin face palm. You should have explained it to Jin. I know he would understand. He is taking out Aien with him since morning, and it's almost afternoon now. I know I have messed it up badly, but know how impossible it is for me to say no to anyone. They sat beside Jimin. They was very urged to crying. Jimin glared at him, and he understood. Whatever was supposed to happen has already happened. Jungkook cannot stay mad at you. I know that. Please, don't be upset, Tae. Jimin said and hugged Tae. He placed his hand on Jimin's shoulder and remained quiet. I hope so, they said in almost a whisper. What are you wearing tonight for the function? Jimin tried to divide his mind. I don't want to get ready. They threw a fit. Why won't you get ready? That's impossible. When I'm here, Jimin said lovingly. Show me your dress. Come on. Get up there. They stood up disheartedly. He looked Jimin toward the closet and picked out a dress. Mom gave it to me. They said show his outfit he was going to wear tonight. Wow, it's so pretty, Jimin said. His eyes fell on something red. He moved forward and take it out for the cupboard. What's this? Jimin asked. Aunt gifted to me on Aien's birthday. Have you tried it yet? Jimin raised an eyebrow. No. You should have wore it for Jungkook, at least, Jimin said. Unfortunately, he's not at home, but you at least try it out. Jimin, are you going or should I make you do it? In my face, Jimin glared at him. Go. Jimin pushed him inside the washroom, ignoring Tae, why are you so navy? Jimin having a sign, walking deeper into the room. The door was clicked open. They turned around and his eyes fell on Jungkook. He entered the room with a sleeping Aien on his arm. Hi, Jimin greeted him in a low voice. He nodded in reply. He glared toward the washroom and then back to Jungkook and smiled mischievously. By the way, it's not that fortunate, he mumbled and walked past him and left the room. Jungkook carefully lied down, Aien on the bed. He took off his t-shirt, opened the closet to pick up another one, but instant, he opened the drawer and took out a red velvet box. He opened the lid of the box, and that ring shoved. He closed the lid and shoved it inside the drawer again. His mindless picked up the shirt. Jimin, I told you it's neat. It turned around. They looked at him and froze. There was a pause, and he saw him staring at him. His gaze were a shiver would run down his spine, butterflies were in his stomach, and heat rushed through his cheeks and neck. His eyes were locked at their face for a while. Then it descended down. He clapped that Adam apples bobbed up and down. They turned around to get away from him, but he quickly grabbed their hand. In no time, they was pressing against the closet. He felt the rise and fall of his each breath, and was inches for the slightly parted lips. Jungkook, and without a warning, he pressed his lips against they, muffling his words. He would slowly and decently kiss his lips. The planet rotated, and this seems to be stopped at endless circle, and that infinite universe of the world would crash, and the space between them suddenly ceased to exist. Time was stopped in his trace. There was nothing left on Earth, on the entire universe for the matter.